Henry, who's back of the week?
My guy, Paul Pierce, the truth.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh.
Went on Instagram Live Friday night. Had like I saw 300 people watching him. I don't know if he's the guy that tweeted a picture of the rocket emoji instead of the actual emoji.
Mm-hmm.
There's the picture of him with the two phones. Who
Not-
knows if he knew
yeah.
that he was actually on Instagram Live or if
Not
he was
internet literate.
No.
Yeah.
So he went on Instagram Live. He had a bunch of strippers at his house. He was
Dancers.
okay.
We don't know if they showed up in their underwear or if they took off other clothes to get into their underwear.
The
Right.
duality of PFT. He's going to talk about ramming stuff down Miley Cyrus's orifices. And then
Whoa,
be
no.
like,
I was talking about
"Please,
her doing that to me.
Please, dancers,
Totally different.
not strippers.
Yeah.
But he was smoking blunts, hanging out with the dancers, shit-faced, and it was just a hilarious thing. He had like 300 people watching, and then obviously someone screen recorded it. People took the screenshots, put them on Twitter, had like a bajillion views. Everyone was talking about it. And then he tweeted like at 7 o'clock last night, like, good morning.
One of the greatest tweets. Like, if you don't have the context, you would not understand what's going on. But it's in the middle of the Gonzaga-UCLA game, and he just pops on for a good morning. Because
After being basically the conversation, everyone's like, there's always a main character on Twitter every single day, and like you never want it to be you. He was the main character on Twitter for the entire morning. And lead up to the Gonzaga game.
It was impressive that he was able to log off and stay offline for that long.
Well,
Unless
he
he
was
actually
shit-faced.
just woke up. But like most people would have tried to put together like some sort of PR statement or like an apology, a notes app maybe, but not Paul. He was just like, you know what? I'm going to wait until the middle of the most exciting basketball game possible, and that's when I'm going to come. It was actually a brilliant move on his part.
It makes it so much better knowing that there were probably people at ESPN and Disney freaking out, and like his agent was calling him, and everyone was like, dude, what are you doing? Like, you're trending. Good morning. Like, what are you going to do? Mm-hmm. He's up now.
My favorite was when he was like talking to the phone. It must have been a bizarre thing to see if you were in the room, because Paul Pierce was just holding his phone up in front of his face, talking into his phone while he had women stripping behind him.
Mm-hmm.
Dancing, excuse me.
Throwing chips.
And he was like, where are you from? Oh, Istanbul's? Yeah. I like turkeys.
Yeah.
Like, I've been to turkeys.
Yeah, man. It's awesome, hilarious move, and Paul Pierce, like, an athlete just essentially saying, I have all this money, I have a ring, I'm just going to have fun, and what are you going to do about it?
The truth.
The best.
Is that it, Hank?
Who's Back of the Week is brought to you by our friends at Cash App. Cash App is back. Cash App is back of the week because you can buy Bitcoin, you can buy stocks, you can do everything with the Cash App linked directly to your bank account. Super easy to use. And if you put in the promo code Barstool, you'll get $10 for free, and $10 goes to the ASPCA. Download the Cash App from the App Store or Google Play Store today. And, of course, thank you again to our friends at the Cash App. Go do it. Download the Cash App. It's a great app. And use that code Barstool. You get $10 for free and $10 to the ASPCA.
My hot seat, we talked about on Monday. He was my who's back. Now he's my hot seat. The truth. Paul Pierce.
Mm-hmm. Fired.
Got fired.
Hey, ready? Watch. Listen. Hold on. You fired.
That's good.
Who is that? Austin
fired.
Powers.
No,
Do
it's
it
the
again.
guy from The Apprentice. You fired.
That's good.
It's Michael Scott, actually.
Is this podcast gonna be allowed to go out now?
It's Michael Scott.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got fired from ESPN for his wild Saturday night.
Yes.
It honestly didn't look that wild of Saturday night, if we're being honest. The depressing part about it was how
yeah, no, that was
I'm
a
getting
bonk.
bonked
That
left
was
and
for
right.
sure a bonk. But like that's like CrossFit. Like your warm up. My warm up is your workout.
I pregame like you party.
Paul Pierce's
That's the
Saturday
thing.
night is my
Smoking
fucking
blunts
Sunday
and
afternoon.
strippers.
That wasn't
is-
even dancers.
We need to get a real bonk stink.
We should get a bonk.
studio.
Wait,
PFT would
we
be
should
concussed.
attach it to this doge that I've got right here.
I think
That's
it's the
horny
you know
doge.
what, PFT, in your defense, I think it's the weather.
Yeah,
I think
you're right.
you're like a
right.
dog who's
It's almost sundress
you're in-
season. Yeah,
You're in heat.
I
we
think,
got to neuter you.
but it wasn't. That's what was depressing about it is the fact that like he seemed low key, like he was talking to his phone when there were dancers all around him, butt naked. Like that's what was depressing to me. It wasn't the fact that he was like. I didn't feel bad for Paul Pierce. Like, look what a sad story this guy is having a rager with these strippers. It was like they were calmly dancing. I don't even think music was playing. I think they were just kind of like gyrating in his living room, and Paul Pierce was just looking at his phone. That's what made me sad.
Yeah, I agree. He shouldn't have been fired. It's stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Let the man live.
I agree.
Let the boys watch.
Which is why my cool throne is me if Paul Pierce somehow ends up working at Barstool, that would be a dream come true for myself, just to be able to say I'm coworkers with Paul Pierce. People,
what about
you
us?
guys when Deion Sanders, well, that's already a dream come true. Every day I live my dream. But it would just be like, you guys are my adult heroes. He was my childhood hero. I feel like people had this reaction. You guys are a little bit older when we signed Deion, and he was like, oh, Deion Sanders, like, watching my whole life, blah, blah, blah. I didn't have that reaction just because he was a little bit, past when I was watching the NFL. Paul Pierce, my entire life, he was like the guy, so it'd be sick. Yeah. Somehow he worked here.
For me, it was Jerry Thornton.
The truth.
When we signed him.
He was here long before
but
you.
Then he left.
True.
And then he came back.
True. My cool throne, bonk.
What?
Jerry Thornton's BFT's hero.
Yeah, that's true. That's a bonk.
Bonk.
That's a big time bonk.
I'm buying.
Yeah,
You're buying a
bonk.
bonk
He's
stick?
you're gonna bonk the brains.
I've been getting bonked too much recently.
Because you've been too horny.
No.
Jerry Thornton is like your hero.
It's not fair.
I just listen. If you read some of Jerry Thornton's old columns,
they
were
nice of you to call
indistinguishable
them,
from PFT commenter columns circa 2014.
Nice of you to call them columns.
Yeah, no, they were. There was one that was just like, how come we can't? When do we get back to the age in baseball where we stop paying attention to numbers and start paying attention to guys who like to get laid?
Mm-hmm. Good point.